Welcome to Hopkins High School. Playoff time in prep softball. The Section 6 4A tournament, a second round matchup. The number 4 seed, the Edina Hornets, taking on the top seed, the Hopkins Royals. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, and welcome to playoff softball here on CCX. It's a warm afternoon. Going to get a lot warmer in the next couple of days, it sounds like. A little bit breezy here, but should have a pretty good day for softball with the weather not affecting things too awful much. Certainly this year, Hopkins has had a better season than Edina, but they've had so many good playoff matchups, and actually their two regular season games were pretty decent games. One was 5-3, and the other one a little more lopsided at 12-7. So the Royals probably the favorite, but I don't think you can look at this as any kind of a sure win situation by any means. The great history that these two have had against each other in recent playoff seasons especially. And both teams have had pretty good offense, maybe not as strong defensively and pitching as in some of the past years. As you get a look at the bracket so far, Hopkins advancing with a win over Armstrong. A little bit of a slow start. Armstrong got a couple runs on him right away, and Carl Yancey, the Royals coach, said he felt like Armstrong, maybe was a little underseeded playing in the Northwest Suburban. Yeah, the record wasn't good, but faced tougher competition than the Minneapolis schools had, and so he was a little worried about that one, but they came through. And then Edina with a win over St. Louis Park in their first game on Tuesday. Here's the lineup for KJ Johnson and the Edina Hornets. Katie Olive, the shortstop, will lead it off. Ella Meyer, the pitcher, hits second. Bella Miller at third base, hitting third. Genevieve Ovsak at first base is the cleanup hitter. Maria Tyne, the catcher, hits fifth. Then it's Katie Erickson in left. Abby Richter at second, Olivia Perry in center field, and Chloe Bujak is the designated player hitting in the number 9 slot for the Hornets this season. And defensively for Coach Yancey and the Royals, Delaney Lindstrom is at third base, Violet Dupree is the shortstop, second base, Anissa Dysart, Katie Shatterishvili is the first baseman, Tori Turgeon, Ruth Freiberg, and Cassidy Allen in the outfield. Lauren Granger doing the catching, and Signe Dose, the right-hander, pitching for Hopkins. She has pretty much split time fairly evenly this year with Cassidy Allen. And Dose going out to the circle to begin her warm-up tosses has pitched just a few innings less this year than Allen, so they've pretty much been a 1-2 punch. 7-2 record, 1.56 earned run average. She's worked 58 in the third, striking out 81 and walking just 23. And she also does have a couple of saves as a reliever, so they have obviously used both her and Allen in differing spots. And we'll talk more about it when we get to the bottom of the inning, but a little bit interesting scenario for Edina as their pitcher, Ella Meyer, has been on their JV and will be making her debut today. So throwing something a little different at Hopkins here today as they get into this playoff round. And I think both of these teams of late have kind of expected that they would be advancing and possibly meeting each other in these playoffs. Edina actually won the last 2 Section 6 tournaments that were held. Obviously, one season ago we did not have a season at all, but 2018 and 19 section winner, the Hornets. So Katie Olive stepping in to lead things off. Katie, not a bad leadoff hitter, hitting .563 and a .597 on base percentage. 6 doubles, 9 triples, 5 home runs. She's driven in 19 and scored 26. So they don't necessarily go by the, light hitting speedster up top. They've got somebody with a powerful bat at the top of their order, and Olive now at a 1-1 count. There's strike 2, so 1-2 here to the leadoff hitter, Olive, for the Hornets. And a rip and a miss, and Olive goes down on strikes here to begin the game as she got her to chase one high and away there, and sometimes you're kind of pumped up early in the game. You want to get things started in style, and Dose getting Olive to chase one that I think was clearly up and away. But so Ella Meyer will be the batter. We said Ella will be pitching today and hasn't really pitched to speak of this year on the varsity level, and she's also only batted 5 times, 0 for 5, 1 run scored. Blows that one past her, and it's quickly 0-2. I think both teams kind of glad. I mean, obviously you're glad to get the win, but you're also glad to get that first game out of the way. And now you sort of settle in and know it's playoff time and get ready to give it your best here. Obviously a lot of distractions at the end of the season too. When we start to get to June, the weather's so nice, but also for the seniors, they're thinking about graduation and what's their next step, you know, whether it's college coming ahead or a job this summer or summer ball, all those things. As Meyer goes down on strikes, out number 2, and a good start for Sydney Dose. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, and now Bella Miller will hit for the Hornets. Another look as she throws another pitch up that was chased. Pounded toward first, it's a fair ball, and Shedderishvili unable to come up with it. And Miller will be aboard here with 2 outs for the Hornets. Kind of a tough play, but I'm going to have to go E3 on that one. Ball was just barely fair down that first baseline. And Shedderishvili trying to short hop it, unable to come up with it. So E3, Miller's aboard. Genevieve Ovsak will be the batter now for Edina. Looks at ball 1. She is hitting .472 this season. 9 walks as well, 5 doubles, 4 home runs, driven in 17. Cut and a miss here. Hornets get a 2-out base runner after Dose had struck out the first 2 hitters, and now Ovsak trying to keep this inning alive. Fouls that one straight back here for the Hornets.
One ball. 2 strikes.
1 and 2 from Dose, and Ovsak, unlike her couple of previous teammates, able to lay off that one up and now to the zone. So 2 and 2. Lining it down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Base hit. Miller will turn and go to third on the play. And so runners at the corners now for Edina. Ovsak doing a nice job of just going with that pitch and driving it to right field. See that outside pitch just kind of flicked her wrist, puts it in play down that right field line. Nice stroke there. Good job to get over to that one quickly too. I thought at first, you know, there's a possibility that ball bounces away and becomes trouble, but it didn't happen. Maria Tyne, the catcher, will bat now for Edina. Maria hitting .310 this year, has knocked in 10 runs, 3 doubles among her hits. Rip and a miss there, and she quickly falls behind. 0-2. And a cut and a miss, and Dose comes back to strike her out. So the Hornets done in the first. Dose ends up with 3 Ks in the inning, but also a base hit and an error mixed in. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple left aboard for the Hornets here in the top half of the first. So after a half inning, we are scoreless. And it will be Hopkins getting their first opportunity with the bats here, as the Hornets getting set to take the field defensively. The Hopkins batting order will include Dose leading it off as the pitcher, and then a powerful hitting catcher, Lauren Granger, hitting second. Delaney Lindstrom at third base hits third. Tori Turgeon in left field, and it's the shortstop Violet Dupree. Ruth Freiberg in center field. Taylor Katzenmeyer is the designated player. Cassidy Allen in right field, and Anissa Dysart, the second baseman, hitting in the number 9 slot for the Royals. And then defensively for Edina, Miller, Olive, Richter, and Ofsack around the infield. Erickson, Perry, and Matilde Hardy, who is not in the batting lineup, is the flex player playing in right field. Maria Tyne catching, and Ella Meyer doing the pitching for the Hornets. And I had to kind of double check with Coach KJ Johnson. I says, is this accurate that she hasn't pitched on the varsity this year? And that is indeed correct. So they have the bulk of their pitching has been done by Ofsack, who's playing at first base today. And they have a couple of others, Miller and Mara Willett, who have pitched, but not Meyer. She's been working on the JV. So kind of a pressure spot, but I think they're looking for a different look to throw at Hopkins a little bit this year, or this game too. There's a look at KJ Johnson, the Hornets coach, and a fun guy. I mean, I think he's made it fun for their players too, and their program has kind of stepped forward. I mean, obviously Edina has a tremendous legacy in a lot of sports. Softball wasn't necessarily one that you would have considered one of their stronger ones over the years, I wouldn't say, but and there's Carl Yancey, the Royals head coach, and he's done a nice job continuing the strong program that they've had. So Dose stepping in here for the Royals. Looks at a first pitch up and out of the zone for ball 1. Dose hitting .455 this season, also has 4 home runs. So again, like both teams able to send a hitter up there that has a little bit of a power bat to start it out. Also has 7 doubles and a triple. Change up away off the end of the bat there. Didn't really get a chance to ask Hopkins if they were a little surprised when they saw who was warming up to pitch this one for Edina, or if word had gotten around already. That sometimes is the case. A lot of these players know each other and perhaps play summer ball together in some cases. 1 and 2, and that one's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a hard liner into left field, so Dose wins that battle. Stroking a leadoff single here for Hopkins, so they get a runner to start the bottom of the first. And Lauren Granger will step up now for the Royals. There you get a look, just really turned on that one. Kind of the key, I think, too, is laying off that previous pitch. So Granger will step up here for Hopkins, and Lauren can hit a bit. .426 average. Also has walked 11 times. She's clubbed 9 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Off the end of the bat, down to short. Close play at second. Great hustle by Dose, but she is out. And Granger will reach on a fielder's choice. Nicely handled there by Olive. That was a little spinner off the end of the bat, and that turned into quite a close play there, as Dose really hustled down the quick flip, and coming over to cover was Richter, and they just got the out.
16, courtesy for the catch.
Gonna have a courtesy runner at first base for the Royals, as Kate Sanchez, number 16, will be replacing Granger on the bases. So Delaney Lindstrom will bat now for Hopkins, another good hitter for them. .355 average this year. 10 doubles, a triple, a couple homers, has driven in a team high 28. Also has been somewhat strikeout prone. She's fanned 22 times. Leaves that one go up and out of the zone as the throw goes to first. Sanchez diving back in. So runner at first, 1 out for Hopkins here in the bottom of the first. That one's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Rip and a miss. Nice pitch there by Meyer, and Lindstrom looking a little frustrated. It's 1-2. Fouling that one straight back. Comes with the changeup and just missed with that. Nice change of speeds though for Meyer. Okay, it wasn't a strike, but still something that really changed the batter's timing a little bit there. 2-2 here to Lindstrom. And a rip and a miss. Chased one up. So that is out number 2, and Meyer getting some confidence here after getting a couple outs after that hard leadoff single, and Tori Turgeon will be the batter. Another look, and that was Edina hitters. A couple of them were a little overeager too, and just unable to lay off that one up and out of the strike zone. So Turgeon hitting. Runner is going. Pitches a strike. Throw to second, though not in time, as Sanchez will swipe second here for the Royals. Tori Turgeon hitting .403 this year. Also walked 6 times, 3 doubles to her credit, has driven in 12 and scored 12. So now runner into scoring position here with 2 outs. Pops it up. Called for and caught there at third base by Bella Miller. So working out of trouble there is Meyer. For Hopkins in the first, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1. We've completed 1 inning here in Section 6-4A softball. We're scoreless, Edina and Hopkins.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
And welcome back here to Hopkins. Edina stepping in to start inning number 2. It is Katie Erickson, the left fielder, takes a first pitch strike. Erickson hitting .298 this year. 1 double, 1 home run to her credit, and fouls that one straight back. Dose had 3 strikeouts in that first inning, although allowed a couple of base runners, 1 on an error and 1 on a single. And that one off the glove. Nice recovery. Wow. Change of direction handled by Dysart after it hit Cheddar's Field, and they get the put out 4-3. That was not an easy chance. In my head, I'm thinking this one would have been a base hit. It was a tough one to play, but a carom there off the first baseman over to Dysart at second, and she had to kind of change direction quickly. Great play there. Boy, those are the kind of outs that it just feels like a great boost for the defense when you can get an out on a play that maybe, you know, was a very tough one. Abby Richter is the batter now for Edina. Richter hitting .327 this year. A double, a home run. She's driven in 8. And squares as if to bunt and takes it at the knees for a strike. Laid off that one up. 2 balls and a strike now to the second baseman for Edina, number 7 hitter, Richter. That one is over for a strike. Just kind of generalizing, this section in recent years has generally been one where you're going to see some runs. You're not generally have had, like phenomenal, and there's a called third strike. Not had the super dominant pitchers generally for these top teams in this particular section, so you're not seeing a ton of 2-1 or 1-0 kind of games. There's generally some offense, and just as I say that, Doe's with a beautiful pitch there for a called third strike. She already has 4 Ks in the game, and Olivia Perry will hit now for the Hornets. Trying to slap her way on there and swings and misses. Perry, a .246 average. Takes that one for a ball. She's scored 12 runs, driven in 8. There's a strike. So 1-2 count here to Perry. Trying to keep the inning going here for the Hornets in the second. Dose has retired the first 2 batters, one on a nice defensive play and then on a strikeout. That one is outside. 2-2. And down low, 3-2 now. And a cut and a miss, and Perry down on strikes, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Dose. No runs, no hits, and one left for Edina. We go to the bottom of 2 here. We are still scoreless here in Section 6 softball.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here to Hopkins High School, Section 6, Class 4A softball. A second round game here, Edina and Hopkins scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. You see Ella Meyer completing her warm-up tosses for the Hornets. Violet Dupree, Ruth Freeberg, and Taylor Katzenmeyer to hit here for the Royals in the second. Dupree hitting .283 this year, has also walked 8 times, so .397 on base percentage. 4 doubles and a home run among her hits. Takes a strike. And driven out to deep center field, and drifting back to make the catch was Perry on a well-hit ball by Dupree. I was just thinking to myself, I was kind of looking at the outfield, this is a park where you definitely do see home runs. And I thought off the bat, I don't know if it's out, but it could be close. And nice job in center by Perry. Got turned around a little bit, but just, never had the feeling that she wasn't going to catch that one. Ruth Freiberg will be the batter here and takes a first pitch strike. Ruth hitting at .352 this year. 5 doubles, a triple. It's driven in 7. also scored 7 runs. Roller to short. Handled flawlessly by Olive. 6-3 on the putout there. 2 gone here in the second, and Taylor Katzenmeyer will step up here for Hopkins. Taylor's hitting 232 as you get another look at this one. Kind of a routine play, but at the same time, you don't really have any margin for error. If you bobble or anything, it might not be an out, and handled well by Katie Olive. Taken for a ball there. Katzenmeyer, 232 average this year. Has scored 14 runs, driven in 6. Takes that one up high. 2-0. There's a strike. So Katzenmeyer taking the first 3 pitches. I was just thinking, you know, it might be just that the pitches weren't to her liking, but also you don't want to give the pitcher the satisfaction of feeling like you just mowed right through him. You want to kind of slow things down a little. There's a drive out to right center, diving try, but you can't get it, Olive, and that'll be in for at least 2. Digging now for third, and in easily. Katzenmeyer driving a 2-out triple there for Hopkins, as the Royals get a threat going here after the first 2 batters are retired. Really good effort by Olive here. And then in the back of your head, you're saying maybe could she have played it safer and kept this one to a single, but not really. I mean, that was just running after it and couldn't quite get it. I don't think it was a bad play to try and get that one. You know, she would have had to really like circle around the ball to try and keep it to a single there. It was a hard liner, and not a bad effort at all there. Cassidy Allen, the batter here, with 2 outs and now a runner at third, trying to bring home the first run of the game. That one is high and outside. Allen's had 33 at-bats this year, hitting .303. He's knocked in 3 runs, scored 4, a couple of doubles to her credit. Lifting this one out to short left center, and it's going to be the center fielder Perry coming in to make that catch. So Perry with a good catch to start the inning, and then charges in to get that one for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for Hopkins after 2 innings. It's 0-0 Hornets and Royals.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
We go to inning number 3 here at Hopkins, still scoreless. Edina and Hopkins. Chloe Bochuk, the designated player and number 9 hitter in the order, will lead off this inning. Let's see, was it a swing? Indeed it was, and I agree. They went check down at first base and going with that slap motion and kind of carried the bat through. Chloe 2 for 6 as a hitter. Obviously hasn't played a lot on the varsity level. Rip and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Dose had a 1-2-3 second inning and has fanned 5 in the first 2 innings for Hopkins. Ooh, close one there. Chloe, not particularly tall hitter, so her knees aren't that far off the ground. I was thinking that one might be a strike. And that one is a called third strike. So Dose continues to pitch well here early in this game, already 6 strikeouts. And Katie Olive will be the batter, the shortstop here for the Hornets. There's a look at that one over the outside corner. Olive struck out her first time up against Dose. I think I briefly mixed up Olive and Perry in the field last inning. Apologize for that. Perry, the center fielder, Olive at short. And that is a strike. Dose looking pretty confident here in these early innings. Obviously, second or third time through the order often becomes a little bit tougher, but so far, so good. Cut and a miss by Olive here. Oh-2 from Dose, and got her to chase one in her first at bat like that. That time, Olive able to lay off.
1-2.
Just foul past third there. Fortunately so for Lindstrom, because that was going to be a tough one to get to. You mentioned the first time up, Olive has really had a great year with the bat. Pops this one foul and out of play. Another 1-2 here from Dose. Ooh, and a lot of heat on that one, but just missed. 2-2. Mixing up speeds, but also mixing up spots nicely here. It's kept Edina hitters mostly off balance here so far anyway. But they've got a pretty decent offense. That could change. And that one just inside. Some oohs and ahs or groans depending on which side you're from there. Height-wise, it was definitely would have been in the strike zone, but whether it was actually over the plate or not, I'm not going to speculate from here, and most of the fans can't really see that unless you're directly behind the plate either. Cut and a miss, and Dose comes back to get the strikeout. Again, winning the battle with arguably Edina's best hitter right there. So 2 outs, and Meyer will be the batter now for the Hornets. Another look as Dose coming up with a big K right there. Meyer was a strikeout victim her first time up. Little spinner foul there. That one is inside, 1-1. Oof, that one got away from Dose. In the few pitches we've seen, that's been way out of the strike zone for either pitcher.
2-1.
That one did catch the inside corner for a strike. Meyer kind of nodded her head. You almost can feel like she's thinking, that was a good pitcher's pitch. Now, I hope I get that one when I'm in the circle too. 2-2 count here. Foul ball there. Meyer, that one bounced up and hit her face mask there. Just got a piece of that one to hang in. Neither wanting to give in here. Dose would like to finish the job of striking out the side. Meyer would like to get aboard. There's a called third strike, and Dose has been outstanding so far. Strikes out the side here in the third. No runs, no hits, and no one left for Edina as we go to the bottom half of the third. Still scoreless here in the Section 6 4A game.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And welcome back here to Hopkins. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up in the bottom of the third for the Royals in this scoreless battle with Edina. And he said Dysart will lead it off here for Hopkins, the second baseman. Royals have had a couple of nice hits, but not been able to string enough together to score. They had runner to second base in the first inning and then a 2-out triple for Katzenmeyer in the third, but not able to bring either of those around. Of course, as we're still at zeros. Driven a long way down the left field line, but foul. Anisa's hitting .277 this year. Couple of doubles, couple of triples. Has scored 15 runs. Tried to bunt at that one, didn't get it. So 1 and 2 count here to Dysart leading off the third. Dose is on deck here for the Royals. Popping it up to short left and drifting back as the shortstop, Olive, to make the catch. So 1 gone here in the third, and Signe Dose will be the batter for Hopkins. Dose lined a single to left field her first time up.
Now batting for the Royals, number 36, Signe Dose.
Starts it with a changeup for a strike. Myers fared pretty well here. Again, coming up from JV, a little bit of a maybe a surprise to Hopkins to see Edina with a different pitcher than what they saw during the regular season, but Myers done pretty well. And that one is promptly slashed into left field. Very similar to the first time that Dose was at the plate as she rips a single. 2 for 2 now. And a 1-out base runner. And at least the first time up, they did not choose to run for her as the pitcher. They could, but must be a pretty good athlete. And actually on that ball, there was a force play hit by Granger. We saw Dose very quick to second, so that's the reason I'm sure that she's not being run for. Granger bounced to short that led to that force play, reached on a fielder's choice. Takes a strike. Granger, again, a very dangerous hitter, though, with 6 doubles and 9 home runs among her 29 base hits this year. Change up. Pitch is a strike, but second taken there. A stolen base for Dose as the Royals pick up their second steal. In hindsight, it was a pretty good pitch to run on. It was a slow changeup. So 0-2 here to Granger. She took one there to allow her teammate to steal second. I think feeling confident that she'll be able to put the ball in play even with 2 strikes. Fouls that one back. Carl Yancey electing to be aggressive. I think they kind of want to get things going a little bit on the bases. They've generally been a pretty potent offensive team this year. And not wanting to see another 0 go up on the board next to their name. Oh, and that one is slugged down the left field line for a hit, and that'll score the first run of the game. Granger digging into second. Dose scores. It's 1-0 Royals as Granger roping a double there for Hopkins. As I said, they felt like they needed to get it going a little offensively, and Granger obliges there with her 7th double of the season, driving in run number 24. Only question was whether it was going to be fair, as she blasted that one. And obviously, after stealing second, Doze had no trouble whatsoever scoring on that play. So Granger a double. She is run for again by Sanchez. So runner at second, 1 out. Delaney Lindstrom, the hitter now for Hopkins. Down to third. They'll get the out at first. Now a return throw to third, not going to be in time, as Sanchez able to advance. Lindstrom out 5-3. Well handled there by Miller. Did what she should, kind of looked the runner back, but obviously in fast pitch, a runner in that spot has, if they get a good read, are generally going to have a pretty good chance to make it. And that's what happened there. So runner at third now, Turgeon the hitter, 2 outs. Tori popped up to the third baseman in her first at bat. Takes that one for a ball as well, 2-0. So a couple of hard hit balls here, but at the same time, Meyer, I think, is still, pitching to her strengths. She's been around the plate. I think that those are the kind of innings that really start to bother you. You're walking people and errors and all that. And now, just as I say that, she goes with 3-0 on Turgeon, but still, I think you're willing to make the other team put the ball in play, and if they get a hit, they get a hit, rather than putting a lot of people on base. And that is ball 4, though. I spoke too soon there. Tori Turgeon drawing a walk. So runners at the corners and 2 outs, and Dupree will be the batter now for Hopkins. See if they might have her take a pitch and run Turgeon from first. Isla hit the ball pretty well last time to deep center, but it was caught out there by Perry. It's popped up. A little bit of a late start to go for that one, but then Olczak stays with it and will get the out. Hopkins does break the deadlock, though, after a couple nice hits. 1 run and 2 base hits, and they will leave 2 here in the third. It's 1-0 Royals after 3.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Welcome back here as we present Section 6 softball here on CCX Sports. 1-0 Hopkins leading Edina. A good crowd on hand. It's the fun part of these playoffs. You tend to get a lot of people coming out, and then we've got that today. Bella Miller, Genevieve Olczak, and Maria Tyne will hit the 3-4-5 hitters for Edina. And so far, they have not done much against Doze, as she has been pretty dominant so far. 8 strikeouts of the 9 outs she's recorded so far. Hornets do have 1 hit, and another batter reached on an error. And that, in fact, was Miller. Swing and a miss. And it wouldn't shock me totally if you know, maybe their book had counted that one as a hit. It was kind of a tough play at the first baseman that I scored as an error. Rip and a miss. 1-2 here. Dose has been very sharp. Just missed with that one. And fouls that one into the Hopkins dugout. Tapper to third, and nicely played by Lindstrom. So one gone here, so only the fourth batter to put the ball in play for the Hornets right there, but Miller's out 5-3. Genevieve Olczak will be the hitter. She had a single her first time up. Drives this one well to center field, and it is gone. Olczak had a nice single her first time up. This time goes one better and rocking one out to center field. And we are tied up at a run apiece. Boy, you could tell she made good contact on that one off the bat, and she has some power, hitting her 5th home run of the season. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, and that's up and out of the zone, so Ruth will draw a leadoff walk here to begin the 4th. First walk of the game issued. And now Katzenmeyer, the DP, will hit, and Taylor roped one to right center that wound up as a triple. They would love to see that again here. Looks at ball one. Runner is going, throw down to second, and that'll be the 3rd stolen base of the game here for Hopkins. They have not hesitated to take off. So 1-1 here to Katzenmeyer. Pounded foul just past third there. And that one's up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Katzenmeyer. Runner into scoring position with the potential go-ahead run, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th for Hopkins. That one is low and scooped by Tyne. So 3-2. And there's ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Miller since coming in as the pitcher here to begin the 4th. 2 aboard for Hopkins, nobody out. Cassidy Allen will be the hitter.
Number 40, Cassidy Allen.
Allen flied to center her first time up, and that short left center running in was Perry to make the grab. That's a strike. squaring around and will bunt. Miller's going to go to third with it, not in time. And the bases will be loaded up here for Hopkins. A gamble that didn't pay off there for the Hornets, as Miller, I think, would have been able to get it out at first, but tried to go for the lead runner. And I did hear from their dugout 3 right away. And so I think she kind of obeyed that command, and it didn't pay off. They got over to cover nicely, but yeah, diving in safely. It goes to show how much getting a good jump matters. Close play, and the Royals win out there. So instead of having the lead runner cut down, they've got bases full with nobody out now for Dysart. KJ Johnson out to talk to his team, and Carl Yancey in offensive conference here. They're thinking, okay, this is more like it. As I said, generally the meetings between these two, and in fact, the majority of Hopkins games this year have been more offense than what we saw in the first few innings. And they're looking to kind of break it open here in the fourth if they can do so. So, nobody out, bases full. The number 9 hitter up, Dysart. Good speed here too. I mean, you wouldn't say a squeeze out of the question. The only problem with that is that, of course, it's a force play at home now. Takes that one for a strike. Dysart popped to short her first time up. And lines this one out to right field. That'll be over her head. At least 2 should score on the play. Dysart has good wheels. She's going to be into third as the third runner comes. Now Dysart rounding third. Throw back, not in time. A bases clearing triple for the number 9 hitter, Dysart. 4-1 Hopkins. Dysart was really motoring there, and she kind of made the choice for Allen that she was going to have to go home because she was running up her back after lining that one. And there you see her making that wide turn, and a close play there at third is getting back in ahead of Myers' tag as Dysart. So Signe Dose will be the hitter. Takes the strike, and all she's done is rip 2 solid singles already in her first 2 at bats. So I said maybe wanting to break it open, and they're looking to do so. That 3-run triple there. Still nobody out, runner at third, and now the top of the order up. Things taking a bad turn if you're an Edina fan right here. That one in the dirt. Nice block by Tyne. Dose lining one out to center, caught, tagging, and coming home on the play is Dysart, who really runs well. And so they do get the first out of the inning, but it's a sacrifice fly for Dosh. And that will make it now 5-1. Nice catcher by Perry, but I mean, this would have required a perfect throw to have any shot. Even then, I don't think, the way Dysart runs. So Lauren Granger will be the hitter. Granger ripped a double to score the first run of the game in the third inning down the left field line. Fouled that one back. Granger wanted that one to do again. Big smile on her face as she didn't quite time the change up there. Pops this one up behind the Edina dugout. Good speed to get to that foul ball there, too. 1-2 here to Granger. And that's a hard liner, and that'll be in for a hit. Knocked down out there in center. Good play to get over there by Perry to hold Granger to a single, as she's hit the ball hard 2 of her 3 times up. So they look to restart a rally here. We're going to see a courtesy runner for Granger again. Just went down and got that one. Flicked her wrist on a pitch kind of low and away. And it is Sanchez again, of course, the courtesy runner for Granger. Lindstrom, the batter now for Hopkins. Runner at first, 1 out. They've already scored 4 in this inning to break it open, leading at 5-1. Lindstrom kind of had a strikeout and a ground out. Takes that one for a ball. Just a real light shower starting to come down a little bit here. Takes it, and the throw. This time they're going to get the out. Strike thrown by Tyne. Not nearly as good a jump as we've seen on the previous steal attempts either, and Sanchez is cut down rather easily there. So 2 outs. Lindstrom another look as this throw easily beating her there. Tag slapped on by Olive. Low with that one, it's 3-1. Miller's had trouble. Not gonna, backseat coach or anything here, but it hasn't worked out very well. The pitching switch here. I think they figured they'd try and get 1 time through the order or a little more with Meyer, and then come back with another pitcher who had pitched a little bit more during the season. But Miller's run into a lot of trouble. Walk, single. 3-run triple, then sacrifice fly and single. A caught stealing might help her get out of the inning though. Lindstrom fouling that one into the backstop. Hopped up near the plate, and the catch made there by Tyne. So Lindstrom is out, but a good inning for Hopkins as they come up with 4 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. No errors and no one left on. It's now 5-1 Royals through 4 innings here on CCX.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back here to Hopkins as the Royals leading Edina 5-1 now as we go to the top half of inning number 5. Edina got on the board last inning. It was in fact their first hit of the game. And it was Genevieve second hit of the game. And she blasted that one out to center field. At that time it tied it up 1-1, but then Hopkins quickly countered with 4 runs in their half of the 4th. Abby Richter stepping in to lead it off. A rip and a miss there, and Dose has continued to pitch well here for Hopkins. Shrugged off that homer to get a strikeout and then a ground out to first, which I don't believe those. We were having some technical difficulties with our production truck at that time, and I don't think we saw those. So Tyne struck out and Erickson grounded to first, and now Richter stepping in for her second at bat of the day. Foul that one back. and a miss, and Richter down on strikes for the second time. Out number one, and now Olivia Perry will step in to lead or to bat for Edina here. Their center fielder, she struck out her first time up as well. Another look, Dose. Boy, she's been very sharp here today. Bunt drop down, gonna be a tough chance. Granger throw to first, just in time. Perry runs well, got out of the box quick, and she was hopeful that she was going to see the safe sign. Instead, they just get the out. Dysart, of course, going over to cover. Granger, good footwork here to get around this ball so that she's ready to throw. No margin for error whatsoever, but yeah, I think it was a good call. And 2 outs. There's a strike here to Bojuk, the DP, who also struck out her first time up. So a couple pretty good defensive plays today by Hopkins, getting them outs that, you know, you couldn't have really faulted them if they didn't quite get. Outside with that one. Dose, I think, kind of trying to be a tone setter a little bit here too. Okay, last inning you got me for a home run, but now we scored 4 to go ahead, and I'm just going to come right back and shut you right down here as the way it's looking so far anyway. And a rip and a miss, and Bojuk down on strikes, and a quick 1-2-3 inning work there by Dose. For Edina in the 5th, no runs, no hits, no one left. We head to the bottom of 5. It is 5-1 Hopkins.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Hopkins had a big 4th inning. They'd like to add to it here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Turgeon, Dupree, and Freeberg, the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Hopkins against Bella Miller, the second pitcher of the day for Edina. She had a rocky 4th, but trying to keep the game where it's at and give her team a chance with a couple more at-bats to go for the Hornets. Turgeon popped to 3rd and then walked. Drives this one pretty well out to center, but it should be playable, and Perry ranges over to make the catch. So 1 gone here in the 5th, and Violet Dupree will be the hitter.
Now batting for the Royals, number 21, Violet Dupree.
Perry looks like an outfielder that's just a confident, good outfielder that wants the ball hit to her. And that makes a pitcher feel really good when you've got somebody up the middle that can do the job defensively like that. Dupree 0 for 2 today. She hit one to deep center her first time up that Perry had to go back on and then pop up to the first baseman last time up. Fouls that one out of play. Tournament continues Friday with both the winners bracket final and then also loser bracket for this game. And then next week championship round games will be over at Pamela Park in Edina. that site and this site have generally been the sites recently for the end part of this tournament. Grounded to third, and the throw just in time there. Kind of short-armed a little bit by Meyer, and I thought for a moment there was a chance that Dupree would beat that one out, but 2 outs, and Freiberg will hit here. Another look. Seemed to be a routine play, but Meyer kind of didn't really throw this one all that hard. It had a little sink to it, but enough to get there. There's a strike. Meyer's probably thinking I'd gotten used to throwing, the underhand when I was pitching. But did the job there. So Ruth last time walked and came in to score. Pop up and well read and caught there by Tyne. And so obviously a much better inning for Bella Miller in her second. The Royals in the fifth, no runs, no hits, and no one left as they go 1-2-3. We stay at 5-1 Hopkins through 5.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Hopkins High School. Jay Wilcox with you here on CCX Section 6-4A softball. Top seed Hopkins leading Edina, the 4th seed, 5-1. As a couple of more at bats for the Hornets here. We go to the top of the 6th, and they would love to get something going here with the top of their order coming up. Olive, Meyer, and Miller scheduled to bat here, but Signe Dose has been quite good here today. She's allowed just a couple hits. One of them was a solo home run to Ovsak. In fact, both hits by Ovsak, but other than that, she's generally been mowing them down. Olive, as we said, a very good hitter, but has fanned twice. Takes a strike there, much to Olive's displeasure. You can see her look on her face as she looked back, and step out there. And that one just inside. It's 1-1. There's a strike. Just got a piece of that one as Dose went right after her there. Close one there, 2-2. It's kind of one of those where you're thinking, if you're Olive, I probably wouldn't take that same pitch again because it might be a strike. A little squibber foul there to the Hopkins dugout. Just with that one, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls that one back and out of play. Good battle here. Olive trying to win it for the first time, and Dose trying to see if she can't retire one of the Hornets' best hitters for a third time in a row. There's a called third strike, and once again, Dose wins the battle. Froze Olive with that one. So Ella Meyer will be the hitter here as the sun coming back out for the first time in a few innings here. Able to get the strikeout. Now Meyer is also, so far, the first two hitters in the order, 0 for 5 strikeouts for Edina. So you can see that Dose has been sharp all the way along, but maybe paying a little extra attention to that top of the order too, and has really come up big. Popped up. Going to be playable there for the second baseman Dysart for out number 2. She got a good read on that because that's a tough one for the first baseman, a ball up in the air like that, especially now when the sun has just come back out as well. So Bella Miller, the pitcher, will bat. Looks at ball 1. Reached on an error first time up and then grounded to third. Fouls that one straight back. Misses up high with that one. And another foul. Dose has continued to mix things up well also, besides just being around the plate most of the time. Throwing pretty hard too. I don't have, we don't have radar on her, but gotta believe she's in the upper 50s at least. And there's a called third strike, and Miller caught looking. Hornets done in the 6th. 1-2-3 inning again for Dose. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It is Hopkins maintaining a 5-1 lead on the Hornets.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Bottom half of the 6th here as Hopkins maintaining a 5-1 lead. Young fans having fun. That was the young lady who ran down that foul ball earlier too. So Katzenmeyer, Allen, and Dysart will step up here for the Royals. Katzenmeyer drilled a triple her first time up, and then last time walked as part of that 4-run rally that kind of broke this one open. It was 1-1 after Opsak's home run, but then Hopkins quickly retook the lead. First pitch over for a strike from Miller. Kind of a tale of 2 innings for Miller. Her first one was real tough. Gave up 4 runs. The first 4 batters of that inning reached and scored, and then she had a 1-2-3 fifth after coming on in relief of the starter Meyer. Foul past third there by Katzenmeyer. Change up and a swing and a miss. Tag applied there by Tyne as that ball hit the dirt after the swing. So one gone here in the 6th. And Cassidy Allen will be the hitter. She is 1 for 2 at a single in that middle of that rally in the 4th. Takes a strike here. Rip and a miss. Up and out of the zone there. Allen, I misspoke there in the last inning, hit that ball that they tried to make the play at third for a force out and didn't get it, so fielder's choice. And that didn't help Edina's cause there. I thought it was kind of a bad gamble. There's a drive out to center field, and drifting back is Perry. And again, she'll make the catch for out number 2. Perry's made some good plays out there. She had one earlier where she dove and didn't get it, but gets a good read off this ball again on a pretty well hit ball. Now that looks routine, but if you don't read it well initially, it can become an adventure, and believe me, I've seen it many times. Dysart will be the batter now for Hopkins, and she had maybe the biggest hit of the game so far. I'd say that 3-run triple cleared the bases in the 4th. Hopper up the middle, gonna be a tough chance. Here's the throw, and in time. Well played by Olive against a speedy runner. So the Royals go 1-2-3 in the 6th. We head to inning number 7. Hopkins trying to protect a 5-1 lead here and stay in the winner's bracket in Section 6.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
We go to inning number 7. Edina down by 4. However, their hitter who's had the most success today does lead it off. Ovsak singled and then hit a home run. And hits this one a long way, but way foul down the left field line. Dose has been magnificent today, but last time up, this is what Genevieve did, driving it over the fence in center. And at that time, that made the game 1-1. And even though Edina, had probably been outplayed to that point, they're okay, we're tied up. But then Hopkins quickly came up with 4 runs in the bottom of that inning and really changed the game around. One and one count here to Opsack, who's also a pitcher for the Hornets, although not pitching today. Fouls that one away.
I got you.
It's a spot where Dose can, she can't afford to come right at her. I mean, even another solo home run, which would be the worst case scenario for her, would leave them 3 behind. So I think she's going to see if she can't come right at her and get an out. Lifted up. Second baseman calling and making the catch as Dysart got a good read on that one, and they've retired Ovsak for the first time. One gone here in the 7th, and Tyne will be the batter. So Tyne is the hitter, and she has had a tough day against Dose here, going 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
It's your own judgment, Maria.
A rip and a miss. That one's up and away. Slow roller to short, and they will get the out. Hopkins, there have been so many strikeouts, their D hasn't had to make a lot of plays, but they've been good when they needed to be, and including on that one. So Katie Erickson will be the hitter. Last chance here for the Hornets. Erickson 0 for 2. Rip and a miss. Popping this one up. Granger coming back and can't quite get it right at the edge of the backstop there. I had to believe the sun could have been a little bit of an issue there as well. Got over there in pretty good order, but just kind of stabbed at it. Ooh, close one there. And Hopkins, I think their fielders were starting to make their way toward the dugout there, but instead it will be a ball. That one definitely out of the zone. So 2-2 count here to Erickson with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Dose trying to complete a dominant performance here for Hopkins and push her team into the winner's bracket final. That one is inside now, so 3-2. Rip and a miss, and Erickson down on strikes, and Dose completes a great game here for Hopkins. The Hornets go 1-2-3 in the 7th, so 10 straight batters retired to end the game for Dose. Or I'm sorry, make it 11 straight after the home run by Ovsak. So you see it as Hopkins rolling past Edina and into that winner's bracket game against either Southwest or Wayzata, and we understand that Washburn has defeated South in loser's bracket game, so that would put Edina against Washburn, that also on Friday. So pretty fantastic performance here by Dose. I mean, with the bat as well, but also obviously as a pitcher. 14 strikeouts recorded by Dose in this game. And again, we were talking earlier about how this section generally hasn't been like a pitching dominated section. There's usually a lot of offense, but and there was, you know, a decent amount of offense for the Royals in those middle innings, especially the 4th, of course, but overall it was a pretty well pitched game, especially for Dose, obviously, as she just the only blemish really being that solo home run by Ovsak, only 1 other hit allowed. So 2-hitter with no walks and 14 Ks. That'll get it done in a lot of softball games, and Dose did a great job there. So the Royals, again, win their 18th of the year and move into the winner's bracket final Friday against Wayzata or Southwest. Hope you've enjoyed this one here today. Again, our final, Hopkins 5, Edina 1. So long from Hopkins High School.